All right, people. So this is I found this kind of funny. This is just some YouTube responses, not from my video. I found this video on YouTube, I don't know, maybe a week or two ago. I liked the video, so I put a comment there saying, I said, good teaching on this topic. It's the first I've heard this brother, and I put good teaching on this topic. So someone responded trying to tell me don't listen to him or don't believe him, something like that, because the teaching is wrong. And the video is by the YouTube channel Yahuwah Tube, and the name of the video is The Sabbath, Day or Night? When does a day begin? Okay, it says by Moshe ben Yisrael. So I put good teaching on this topic. So this other person now, not the person who made the video, of course, but this other person just pops up telling me the brother is in error. Don't believe him, stuff like that. So, I mean, it just made me laugh because the person responded back to me saying, still trying to get me to not listen to what the brother is saying. First of all, I said, okay, because you're telling me don't listen to him, he's in error. So I said, did you bring this to his attention? Because he might be happy to hear from you. You're telling me the brother is in error, or why don't you tell him as well? Because he put the teaching up. Maybe he needs to correct it. So they don't seem to have mentioned anything about letting the brother know, but who knows, they could have. So they responded to me now after a couple of days. I thought it was all over. They're saying if the teaching is false, then it's not good, even if it has some truth plus falsehood. And they had said also, there is night portion and day portion in one day. Don't the Most High tell us that even and morning was one day? The night portion and day portion is one day. Now, I've done some lessons on this already, explaining what that means as far as I can see. That if you look at even different translations, they're telling you that not that the evening and the morning make up a day, but that my understanding from it is that the evening and the morning was a part of the day, and that was the first day, but that there was also night. So it's not saying that night was day or a part of the day, because if night is a part of the day, then if you make an equation out of that, night will always equal day, because night can no longer be not associated with day anymore once you say night is a part of the day. So of course I don't agree with that. So they're telling me the brother is confused and he should take the video down, which is why I still don't understand why they apparently didn't tell the brother that he's wrong. They're telling me the brother is the one spreading the knowledge, so tell him to take the video down, not just me, because I can't make him take it down. I didn't ask him to put the video up. I just heard the video. I like it. I think it's a correct teaching. So I said something nice to the brother, good teaching. So the person goes on to say now, he should take it down. There are 7 days in a week, and the night portion is part of the day. So I found that funny. Hear what the person says. The night portion is part of the day. And this goes with the whole thing about the Sabbath being from the evening to the following evening. The night portion is part of the day. Are people hearing this? So I said back to the person, you're hilarious. Listen to yourself. You said the night portion is part of the day. So then I asked the question, so if the night portion is part of the day, so when you're sleeping all night, are you sleeping all day? Because I'm trying to get them to think. It might be a funny question, but I'm trying to get them to think that if the night is a part of the day, then night equals day. Because no matter what you want to say about night and how you want to categorize night, if night is a part of day, it still has something called day that can identify it. But the Most High made two separate time periods, and one is not the other. Day is characterized by a lot of light, and night is characterized by a lot of darkness. They are two separate parts of time. But this person says night is part of the day. So you think of it, people. If night is part of day, when you are sleeping all night, are you sleeping all day? If you have to meet your boss at work tomorrow, he says tomorrow, meet me sometime in the daytime, like he says like 2 p.m. You're not going to go 2 a.m. because you know that's night, and he told you day, and day is when the boss works anyway, and day is when you work as well. So you will not go at night because night is not day. You're going to go in the bright part of time, which would be 2 p.m. So the person responds back to me now saying, it says, Yalak, listen to yourself with your foolish analogy. Now they're the one being foolish. But because they're confusing night and day. But they're calling me foolish now and say, listen to yourself with your foolish analogy and meditate on what you're saying. This brother is not anointed. Now, him being anointed and that doesn't have anything to do with my foolish analogy. Because after he says, listen to yourself with your foolish analogy and meditate on what you're saying, I thought he was going to then go on to making his next point be something that corrects my foolish analogy by telling me something about day and night. But his next point is that the brother is not anointed. But anyway, he picks it back up and he says, the beginning of the day is the night before the day. Listen to that now. The beginning of the day is the night before the day. Just like in Genesis 1 verse 5, and the evening and the morning was the first day, then comes the second day, the evening and the morning was the second day, all the way to the Shabbat. It's the same thing, the evening and the morning. Don't listen to this guy because not everyone teaching has been called to teach. The eyes can fool you. So yeah, people, I mean, just look at that. The beginning of the day is the night before the day. Does that make any sense to you? That's why I tell you, people, you might think I'm making fun of this, but I'm telling you, I'm rereading the Bible from Genesis 1 and verse 1 and going on for myself, and I'm not going to stop saying that to people because people must know that they should also be reading the Bible for themselves, so that you can learn for yourself. Anytime people alone are teaching you, and most of the processing in your mind of scripture is dealing with what the person teaching you has said, something is wrong. You must learn from people, yeah, but you must give more time above what they have taught you to studying and reading and processing in your mind for your own self in your own time, away from anybody else that's teaching you. It must be you and yourself studying and learning and thinking for yourself. If the Creator is in you and is leading you, He's going to help you think through things. Learn for yourself. Because this person here says, the beginning of the day is the night before the day. It's like you saying, the pouring out of the juice into the cup is before you get the juice and pick up the cup. No, it would be after you pick up the cup and put the cup on the table, and then after you get the juice, then you begin to pour. But the beginning of the pouring cannot be before you get the juice and the cup together. So to say now the beginning of the day is the night before the day, how can the beginning of the day be before the day? Or the beginning of the day be the night before the day? First of all, the beginning of the day is not the night. That's what he's saying. The beginning of the day is the night. And then he goes on, before the day. How can the beginning of the day be the night and be before the day? The beginning of the day must be that day, not the night before, which is in time past. You see what I'm saying, people? I mean, like, I don't know. It's like you also say the beginning of the month is the month before the month that we're talking about. So let's say we're talking about this month. The beginning of this month is the month before. Is the month before this month. That don't make any sense. The beginning of this month must be this month. It can't be the month before this month. You know, so I mean, we look at the scriptures and we are so spiritually charged with spiritual feelings that we cannot reason spiritual things the way we will reason on our job or something like that. We can count our money right in our hand. You get back your change and you can count it right. But you can't approach the scriptures in the same way and reason sensibly. I just don't get it. This brother is not anointed. The beginning of the day is the night before the day. And let's add this too. Keep in mind that when he's saying the beginning of the day is the night before the day, first of all, that just sounds so confusing. The beginning of the day is the night before the day. The moment you are saying before, you're even saying that the thing hasn't started yet. That the day has not started yet. Before, what does it mean from the dictionary? Earlier in time. As in, they called me the day before. So that means that they did not call me this particular day that's being talked about. But it would be a day that has already happened. It means in front or ahead, previous to, in time, or earlier than. So when you say the beginning of the day is the night before the day, you're saying the beginning of the day is the night that came before the day begun. But if, as you were saying to me, the night is a part of the day, then the day has to start before the night can be included in it. Then the day has to start before the night can be included in it. Then the day has to start before the night can be included in it. And as I've shown in my videos, day begins with light. You're telling me Genesis 1 verse 5, but it clearly says that he made light and he called the light day. So the day cannot begin with the night before, because that would mean the day is beginning with the darkness before the day. But the Bible says he called the light day and the darkness night. He never called the darkness day. He called the light day. So when the light comes in the morning and it's breaking in, when you're stretching in your bed and rubbing your eyes and so on, that is the beginning of day or light. That is when day starts. No spirituality should make you think otherwise. No Hebrew branding and Hebrew garments should make you think otherwise. The beginning of day has to deal with light coming in. He made the day based off of light.